Calling all trophy hunters. There are literally 30 platinum trophies that we're going to be talking about in this video, so 30 easy platinum trophies you can earn. We've got a bunch of people on the Discord saying they don't have any platinum trophies, they're trying to get into trophy hunting. This is the video for you. Cheap games, awesome discounts, some good, some terrible, but platinum trophies that are essential. Let's have a look at all of these games. Welcome on back, trophy hunters. How are you doing? And non-trophy hunters alike. I'm sure we've got a mixture of people in here today. Ah, that is good. I'm hydrated. I'm ready to go. We're gonna look at some easy platinum trophies. Now, I don't normally do trophy videos because they traditionally don't perform very well. So if you're a trophy hunter, make sure you give this video a like, a thumbs up, you leave a comment, you subscribe down below if you're not already subscribed, because I'm gonna stop doing these trophy hunting, easy platinum videos with sales if this one doesn't perform. This is the last chance for it to perform. If this one does well, we'll keep doing them. If this one completely tanks like the last couple of them have, then they will be no more. So I'll let the audience speak for themselves. If you want to see more of these videos, let me know. If you don't, they'll be a thing of the past, because sadly the other sales videos just do better. We have 30 games to get through in this video, and I've split them into different categories. Everything in this video is going to be an easy platinum, but they're going to be varying difficulties of easy. We have easy, very easy, very, very easy, and then S tier, very, very, very easy. Because I think that's going to be a way of capturing difficulties. So if you're thinking of the numeric scale, nothing is over a 4 or a 5 out of 10 in terms of difficulty in this video. Then we're going to have things split into time categories as well, and we're going to talk about a bunch of games in the same difficulty tier and time difficulty tier, because I think that's an easy way to kind of break them all up, because there's so much in here. We're going to start with a bunch of easy games, which are the hardest in this video, but they're still easy, that are going to take you around 15 or so hours to complete. First game is SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Very, very straightforward and easy platinum. It's going to take you about 10 to 15 hours to complete. Essentially a mascot platformer collectathon. Easy difficulty tier here. It's not hard. There's nothing hard in here at all. Mascot platformer. Actually a really good game. Probably one of the best games on this list as well. Keep that in mind. But good one to check out. Not a bad price, 35% off as well. Maneater, PS4 and PS5 edition. Again, really solid third-person action game. You play as a shark. You go from a baby shark. Oh, that almost hit. That almost got me. That almost tapped into something very primal from that song, but we avoided that, I hope. All the way to a big shark. Again, easy platinum. It's going to take you around 15 or so hours to earn the platinum in this one. Essentially just a collectathon. You got to kind of collect everything and finish all the side quests. That's all that's really required. Golf with your friends. This one is $10.99. Probably a little bit obscure. This one's about 10 to 15 hours to platinum. Again, in that easy tier. This one here, you have to finish every golf course within par for trophies. Now, the reason this is actually easy is because every single angle and par is exactly the same. So if you know the angles that you need to get it on, you can just follow a guide and do that. And there's lots of really good video guides online, which I actually followed when I platinumed this game, to tell you exactly where to hit the ball and how much power to give it, and you're guaranteed to get hole-in-ones or pars every time, so it makes it very simple if you follow a guide. The Wolf Among Us is essentially it's a visual narrative-driven game, very similar to Detroit. It's a Telltale game. So The Walking Dead, or similar to Detroit, things like that. Set in the Fables universe, you have to complete all 5 chapters, and I don't believe there are any missable trophies in here. If you just finish every chapter in the game, you'll get the platinum trophy. Very straightforward, but it's going to take you about 15 or so hours to complete. Beach Buggy Racing, probably the hardest game on this list that we've talked about so far. This one is same time difficulty, 15 hours. It's easy. Kart racing game though. So if you're not particularly good at these kind of games, you're gonna have to do time trials, complete GPs, things like that, collect all the different buggy pieces, which does take a bit of time, but you have to be kind of good at these kind of games to be able to do it. Some people just don't have the dexterity to play kart racing games. Other people are fantastic at them, so keep that in mind as well if you're going to go for a platinum. It's also not a very good kart racing game. It's not very fun, especially compared to like Crash Team Racing or something like that. It's competent, it's just not great. And the last one in this 15-hour tier is Scrat's Nutty Adventure. So Ice Age Scrat's Nutty Adventure, the weird tie-in movie game that's not a tie-in movie game. This one is about the same, essentially a mascot platformer again. You have to collect everything on each of the different stages, complete different objectives and missions as you progress through. Nothing too obscure or difficult in here at all. And there are 6 games in the easy category that are going to take you 15 hours. These are the longest games in this video. Everything else is way, way easier and way quicker from here. Oh yeah, moving over to the very easy category. These games are all going to take you 5 hours or less. First up, we have Manual Samuel. This is a comedy game basically where you play as this guy called Samuel who has to do everything manually. It's kind of a co-op based game where you have to keep pressing the buttons buttons to do different functions, breathing, walking, eating, drinking, whatever it may be, and you have to kind of control them. He gets messed up as you go. Pretty straightforward plat, though. It's going to take you less than 5 hours. I think probably more like 3, but I wanted to kind of encapsulate it in this 5-hour category here as well. And it's easier, well, it's in the very easy tier, so not too bad. Next up we have 5 Dates and The Late Shift. These are both FMV style games from Wales Interactive. That's when you play as a real life actor playing the character, and they're essentially choose your own adventure style games. 5 Dates, you are dating different people on Tinder through the pandemic, and The Late Shift is actually a movie that plays out in different ways, very much like Detroit, except real life. Both of them are very easy platinum trophies that are probably only going to take you about 4 or 5 hours to platinum, normally because you have to replay them multiple times to get different endings and different outcomes. Telling Lies kind of fits into that FMV category as well. This one here, you're on a computer and you're watching video clips all out of sequence and out of order, and you're kind of trying to piece together this narrative that this detective is trying to kind of figure out about this family or this group of people. It's a very interesting and unique one, about the same amount of time as the previous FMV games that we mentioned as well. Pretty straightforward platinum here. Again, it probably does require a bit of backtracking like those games do as well though. Is a puzzle action platformer style game, I would say. Pretty straightforward plat, doesn't take you too long at all. It's actually really cool how it uses colors to solve puzzles as well, hence the name. I know a lot of people have put this on a harder platinum trophy list, but it fits nicely in here under very easy, I would say. It's not Radlika very, very easy, but it's pretty straightforward. Adam's Venture is essentially a Uncharted knockoff. It's a pretty bad Uncharted knockoff. You play as a third-person action game, kind of a Nathan Drake looking character. He's solving puzzles and doing different things and climbing, and yeah, it's basically Uncharted if you don't have any budget, but it's only going to take you a couple of hours to platinum, and it fits very nicely into the very easy platinum category. It's actually not too bad compared to some of the easy platinum games that are available today, so I'm not going to discriminate against it too much. That's everything in the 5-hour category, but we also have a 2-hour category in the very easy tier as well. This one here has a bunch of very easy platinums that are going to take you even shorter amount of time. So we have Awesome P 1 and 2. Both are these action, they're not action, they're platformer style games or puzzle platformer style games that have got this awful green aesthetic to them. I don't actually recommend these games at all. They make me sick when I play them, but if you're after a platinum trophy, they're here for you. Planet RIX 13 is a puzzle game or adventure game. It's an adventure game more than a puzzle game, which is only going to take you 2 hours to platinum as well. If you follow a guide and follow the steps exactly as the guide tells you, go here, do this, collect this, get this item, interact with this thing, you better do this in way less than 2 hours. Active Neurons 2 is a puzzle game where you have to match all the different shapes and lights together on this series of puzzles. You have to complete a bunch of different puzzles to complete this one, but again, they're all the same solution, so if you use a guide, you could just follow the guide and get all the answers. And once you've got the cheats or the answers in front of you, it's not very difficult at all. There's a couple of Power games in here. I only pulled out 2, but there's a lot more. So Word Search and Alpha Set. Power games generally take you a couple of hours if you use a guide as well. Basically just solve the puzzles. I mean, if you're into crosswords and word search and things like that, you can probably do this legit. Probably take you about 4 or 5 hours. If you follow a guide, you can probably do it in an hour, maybe 30 minutes if you're really quick with it. These are all exactly the same. Every Power game that you see in a sale or on the store is always going to have this same sort of trophy list, and they're generally for completing every second puzzle, every puzzle in the game. Goat Simulator, which is a little bit of a controversial one. I would say overall it's very easy except for one trophy for Flappy Goat. That's completing the Flappy Bird mission in the game. That there really just takes a bit of practice and a bit of skill as well if you're not very good at Flappy Bird. The hitboxes are really unfair, and I know some people this has been a platinum killer for them and they've just not gone for it. I would say if you just get enough practice in, play it enough, it's not too bad. Do it in short bursts, go away, do something else, come back. That's my only suggestion for this one. Otherwise, there's a really funny third person. It's a comedy game essentially with easy trophies except for one. Snaky Bus is a strange one. It's Snake but in 3D with a bus, and you just pick up different people and the bus grows in length, and as the bus grows, obviously it gets more difficult. You have to avoid it from tangling in on itself, just like traditional Snake. Hence the Snaky Bus. It's only going to take you a couple of hours to platinum. Some have even done it even shorter amount of time than that. But yeah, it's a neat little arcade puzzle game that I do actually highly recommend. This one's very fun and it's an easy platinum as well. Goosebumps Dead of Night is a first-person Goosebumps game. It's an adventure game, I would say. There have been a couple of point-and-click Goosebumps games in the past which have got easy platinum trophies on them as well. This one here is going to take you a little bit longer than some of those, a couple of hours. I would say anywhere between an hour to 2 or 3 hours to finish the platinum in this one. It's not a particularly good game, and it's very highly priced. It's normally $40. It's half price at the moment for $20, so I don't recommend it for that. But if you're wanting a Goosebumps game, a first-person game that's a pretty easy platinum, it's here for you. The options available. All right, that is everything in the very easy tier, 5 hours and 2 hour games. We are now on to very, very easy platinum trophies. Buckle up, because these get ridiculous. All right, the 30-minute games, these are games that are going to take you less than 30 minutes to platinum. There's 2 of them, and they're both the same game. Nubla and World of Nubla. These games were a bit of a joke when they came out because of how easy they were. 30-minute plats are not really that uncommon these days, but they were back in the day. 2D puzzle games. Essentially, you have to go through the different rooms and interact with the puzzles, complete the puzzle, go into the next room, do the same thing again. They're kind of like you're going through an art gallery almost of things, and you just progress and complete them as you go. Nubla is like half of the game, and the World of Nubla is the full game, I believe. But they both have really easy plat lists on them as well. Both of them are just as easy as each other. I'm not really sure why they released both of them. I feel like Nubla sold really well, and the developers probably didn't realize they'd made an easy platinum cash grab, so they finished the game off and sold it as World of Nubla, probably not realizing that people weren't buying it because the game was amazing, but because of the easy trophies. But both of these are very, very easy, especially if you use a guide with all the puzzle solutions. It's going to take you easily less than 30 minutes to complete. All right, 30-minute games out of the way, 20-minute games, here we come. First, we have Skate Master Chico. This here, I mean, realistically, this one can be done in about 20 or 15 minutes, so it probably actually becomes a little bit easier, especially if you follow a guide again. This is a 2D puzzle game or a 2D platformer style game, I would say. That's probably the best way to describe it. We have Energy Cycle as well, which is a puzzle game which has this weird glitch in it which just makes you earn trophies. I don't know why, but if you look up the guide for this game, you'll see how to do the glitch, which just basically makes trophies pop like crazy. You have to do a bunch of stuff legit, but then you'll be able to do the hardest mode of the game without actually having to play it. So that makes things easier there as well for a quick 20-minute platinum for $1.50. And last up, you have from the developers of My Name is Mario, Mr. Masaji. This is a little bit R-rated, I would say. Mr. Masaji, $3.19. It's a visual novel that always ends in a massage. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but pretty straightforward platinum trophy, or a very, very easy platinum trophy according to me, and it's going to take you less than 20 minutes as well. You do have to probably play through it a couple of times to get different outcomes and do different things, but there's some really good guides online which will tell you exactly what to do to maximize your time with the game. Okay, last up in the very, very easy category, we have 10-minute games, and there are 2 games in here that are just so easy and so fast that they fill into that. But we do have another category after this, so stick around. The first is Memory Lane for $2. This is a match game, or a memory match game. Very, very easy platinum trophy though as well. Just like very similar to Slide and a lot of those other easy platinum trophy games, the solutions tend to always be the same, so it's actually not very challenging to use a guide or some information to do that. The other one is Jigsaw Solace. This is another 10-minute game that's 99 cents, 75% off. It's a jigsaw puzzle game. You do the jigsaws and you get trophies for jigsaws you complete. I think you just have to complete a certain number of them and you'll get the platinum trophy. Okay, the cream of the crop. These are the S tier, very, very easy games, and these are less than 5 minutes to platinum, probably less than 3 minutes to platinum if we're being perfectly honest. And there's only 2 games in this category, and they're both made by the same people. I'll pause because I'm sure you guys know what they are at this point. Probably a good time for me to say subscribe down below if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you do that and help me out. Okay, the games are Road Bustle and Chickens on the Road. Both of these games are similar or the same in premise. Road Bustle, you have to cross the road and get points as you cross, but you don't really have to do it. And Chickens on the Road, you have to hit some chickens and avoid some chickens. That's really all there is to it. You collect points depending on how many chickens you hit and how many roads you cross. But in Road Bustle, you can just stand behind the house and push up on the analog stick, and it still counts as moving forwards, and you still get points and you earn trophies like that. This one here will take you maybe, like I said, 2 to 3 minutes to platinum. And then Chickens on the Road, same situation, just keep driving forwards and not hitting the blue chickens, I think. And as long as you do that for long enough, you'll earn the platinum trophy here. These are both absolutely platinum trophy cash grab games. Everyone knows why you buy these games. They're both 69 cents, which is also kind of amusing, and I feel like the developers probably did that on purpose. Both 69-cent platinums are going to take you 3 or 4 minutes, but every trophy hunter is going to know exactly why you have these on your list. So keep that in mind and remember what kind of trophy hunter you want to be. Personally, I don't really condone these kind of games. I don't recommend them. I think they're kind of trashy in my personal opinion. I don't really like to go for these, or honestly, these are actually kind of games that have made me stop trophy hunting, if I'm being really honest with you guys. They've sort of ruined it a little bit for me, but I know a lot of you guys do go for them. I'm not going to judge you for doing that, but I know a lot of people in this community will, so keep that in mind as well if you do. That is everything on this list. That is 30 easy platinum trophies that you can earn from the sale. Everything is discounted, relatively cheap. Everything is easy and quick, relatively so. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below. Don't forget to leave a comment. Like I said, if this video doesn't perform very well, this will probably be the last time we do one of these easy platinum trophy videos. So make sure you leave a comment down below as well and help this video kind of get a bit more exposure. That would be fantastic if you did. If you're a new viewer, subscribe. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Hopefully you get some platinum trophies out of this, and I'd be curious to find out which ones you end up going for. See you later.